Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Racha HaKodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and shalom to the hopeful elect brothers and sisters that believe in this word and that fear in the Heavenly Father and His Son. And I just wanted to do a video on a situation that just happened to me not long ago. I'm not gonna say it's a vision that I had or a dream. It was more so like a encounter with the angels of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. And just to start off, I woke up early this morning. I had to take out the garbage. It's like 5 in the morning, 5:30. Had to take out the garbage, and then I was the spirit hopped on me to read Zechariah, the 5th chapter, but to basically go through it and take notes and break things down in Spanish, to better exercise that gift, and after I basically took a break from doing that, did a couple other things, and then I went into the living room and laid down on the couch. And I was watching this brother's video here. The brother that's in I'm Salakia if I don't know the brother's name, but that is with the Mississippi brothers. It was entitled Demonic Possession, Mother. They enter into. And this is the brother's video. Check that out. From GMS Prisoners of Yahweh Shai. It says mother, basically she murdered her, her 2 sons. And basically in that article, the mother was possessed with, obsessed with demonic possession. So those demons possessed her to do that, which is the judgment of the Lord. So this is what I was listening to when I fell asleep. And I probably fell asleep for maybe 5, maybe 10 minutes. It felt like a very short, brief time. Well, I'll say it like this. I was asleep, but then I wasn't asleep. I was in between. I was half asleep. Brothers who experience it when you have a sleep paralysis, where demons try to come and mess with you and plague you at night and all kinds of weird stuff in your sleep. You see those malignant spirits, so to speak, those evil spirits. You can't move your body. It's almost like you're half asleep. Sometimes it's like your eyes are open and you're laying in the bed or on the couch and you can't move, but your eyes are like wide open, and you can see that spirit. Whether you can see, let's say a creepy form of it, or you see a shadow of it, creeping up over you, or just it's very strange. This was almost like that, but except it wasn't a demon, so to speak, and I've experienced I've experienced this multiple times, and it kind of reminds me of the experience that Elder Apostle Tahar went into a while ago of when he was sleeping and having a sleep paralysis. I believe he said it sounded like his door opened and it was like 50 footsteps just walking around in his room. It was almost like that, but it's I think I heard only one, could have been two, sets of footsteps. It's crazy because I believe I heard it coming down the stairs. How my house is set up, you can hear somebody coming down the stairs. I believe I heard footsteps coming down the stairs and then into the living room. Meanwhile, it's like my eyes are closed. It's almost as if I'm not really asleep, but I can't open my eyes, and I can't move. I actually tried to squirm and move around, but I couldn't move. I was paralyzed, right? So it was almost like a sleep paralysis situation. And I've had, certain brothers have mentioned having situations like that, but with the righteous angels of the Lord. Like the brother in Chicago. But so sounded like someone walked down the stairs and then walked into the living room, around the couch, into the living room, then around the couch. It's like you can hear the footsteps and kind of the direction it was going, into the living room, around the couch, and then got close towards where I was laying. And it was odd. Sometimes these things happen to you and you can't tell if it was a vision or if it actually happened, if you were asleep or if you were awake when it happened. Sometimes you can't tell, but I believe I was half asleep. And I'm gonna read some scriptures going into how the different men of the Lord encountered righteous angels while they were asleep, or while they were in a drowsy or daze, after waking up from sleep. But basically what happened was I believe there was two angels that was like close to the couch where I was laying at, and if I'm not mistaken, I believe one of them reached out and touched me on the shoulder. And it's almost weird too, because it's like they were telling me stuff, but it was like being how can I put it, like broadcasted into my head, and it was in my own voice. I could feel when it first happened, and they it's like they walked around the couch and then they stopped. Now at first I was like, okay. Usually when something like that happens, there's a demon about to swoop in and try to f with me, man. But it stopped, and I'm like, what is that? And it wasn't no, because usually through the spirit you can feel the presence of a demon. You can feel that it's like a like a static, but you could tell if it's a evil spirit. You can feel that presence in the room, but it was nothing like that. It was more of a calm presence in the room, and it felt like there was two of them. But as the angels are speaking to me, it's almost as if they're speaking within my head in my own voice. It was odd, man. I didn't even know it was strange. So, they were telling me a couple things that I I needed to I personally needed to do, and I'm gonna mention one of them. It told me a couple things that I needed to do, and you know other brothers are having, I'm sure other brothers are having experiences like this, in different ways where the angels of the Lord actually come and speak to them, you know, on what they need to be doing. And it was it told me a couple of things, and the main thing I really want to talk about is, one of them was is that I need to be fasting, and another one was that I need that I say you need to tap into your spiritual gifts, your talents. You need to exercise those, because basically you need to exercise your spiritual gifts, because the spiritual power is coming soon. And these different gifts we have concerning this truth is very a spiritual power already. The power to be able to break down the scriptures and to actually prophesy, tell the will of the Lord, say something before it happens, right? That's spiritual power. To the ability to heal brothers of ailments with the herbs. That's spiritual power. The ability to be able to speak in other tongues, all right, and translate from other tongues. That's spiritual power. As it says in Corinthians, the 12th chapter. So, hey, those things are going to be increased in this time, just as it was in Acts, the 2nd chapter, man. This is going to be like the book of Acts all over again. The Lord is going to give that power unto his men in order to benefit his elect sheep, man. So that was one of the things that was told to me. And like I said, it was really odd, because I could feel myself laying in the couch, being in the same room, but I'm trying to move around, and I'm paralyzed. It's like a sleep paralysis, but not with a demon, a left hand angel, right? An evil spirit, right? Because all the things that are being told to me are spiritual things, or things that, through the spirit has been coming out, but things, for me, personally, that I need to do. But for all of us, we should, make sure, we're fasting, as often as we need to, and getting into our lots, our office in the ministry, so that was the whole experience. And then after that, it also said to pray for more fear, like the scriptures say. Let me grab this real quick. Isaiah. That was the last thing that was said. And when I woke up, I try to, remember all these different things, and I'm putting in a video form. So this will help me remember all the different things that was said to me. Is Isaiah chapter 33 and verse 6. It says, "And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and the strength of salvation." It says, "The fear of the Lord is his treasure." So one of the things he told me was to pray for more fear, because the fear of the Lord is a treasure, man. All right. And we want to have a wealth of the fear of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai in the time of Jacob's trouble. In the time of temptation, one will be tested, because we're going to be tested whether or not we truly believe in the Most High or not. Whether we side with the Most High or we side with Satan, this devil. That time is coming, right? So that's why I got that, and I'm gonna get some precepts because that was the whole experience. You know, they even mentioned, we'll this is so odd, man, so strange, which is true though. Basically, like, we'll be around, like I said, I sense two presences in the room. It's like we'll be around, like we'll be watching. We're around you. We'll be watching, which is scary because, whenever you think you're alone, you're not alone. Okay. Even as I'm in this room right now, doing this lesson, I'm not alone. All right. The angels are everywhere. All right. Beholding the evil and the good. And for the elect, those that fear the Lord, they are protecting, the elect, okay, them that fear the Lord. So let me get the precepts, because when you read the scriptures, you have certain times where men encountered angels and they can't tell whether or not they were dreaming or if it was real. That's how it felt to me. Like, what just happened? And I, brothers, I'm sure brothers can attest to that. This is Psalms chapter 34 and 7. It says, the angels of the Lord encampeth round about them that fear him and delivereth them. So this is what we want in the time of Jacob's trouble. All right. This is what we want in this time, because there's all kinds of forces and all types of opposition and war. There's war against us. Okay. I was watching about MK Ultra. Okay, what is that? Was that last night? When and I started looking into that after watching the interview with Kanye on I can't remember the name of the podcast, but on how he was on drugs and the different things, but basically these different agents, government agents, military agents that have high clearance to off you, man, and we want the Lord to encamp around us, because you never know when these devils might try to send an agent to take out a particular brother, and a angel may intercept him before he even gets to you, right? Or they might be trying to scope you out or figure out your location, but the angel messes up their technology so they can't find you. That's why it says encampeth around them that fear him. So it's good to pray for more fear. Iwad Yara. Yara is meaning fear. The Thunlaya Iwad Yara, right? Give me more fear. Okay, Iwad Yara Bashuka, in your name. Give me more fear in your name. Okay. So that's important to pray for, man. We want our fear to be on 10, because that's going to be a great motivation to not take this C-hip. All right. Or to not go against the Most High in that time of trouble. So now let me get this too. This is Matthew 2 and 13. It says, and when they were departed, behold, the angel of the Lord appeared to Joseph in a dream, saying, arise and take the young child and his mother, and flee into Egypt, and be thou there until I bring thee word, for Herod will seek the young child to destroy him. So the Lord sent an angel to warn Joseph, to tell him to get up and flee to Egypt specifically, and stay there until I come to you again and tell you it's okay to go back. Right? So the Lord sent an angel to him in a dream. You know, we can expect from reading the scriptures the things that are written aforetime or written for our learning, that we might have hope. Okay, we can expect that the Lord will do these same kind of things for brothers and sisters, all right, that are of the elect in the time of Jacob's trouble, all right, in the time when these devils come down, to do the same things and more. Okay, because not only is the spiritual power coming, but the divine intervention with the Lord's angels is coming too. Right? So the angel came to him in a dream. So that can happen. You know? And I had certain visions kind of like that. Let me see here. Now let's go to this right here. Let me start at verse 3. I just really want to get to the point. This is Acts chapter 12 and verse 3 concerning Peter being in jail. Acts 12 and 3, it says, and because he saw it pleased the Jews to proceed further to take Peter also, then were the days of unleavened bread. So the feast of unleavened bread was there was a time of the feast of unleavened bread. And when he had apprehended him, he put him in prison and delivered him to 4 quaternions of soldiers to keep him, intending after, it says Easter, but it's the Pesach. Okay, the Pesach, which is the Passover. Intending after the Passover to bring him forth to the people. Right? Peter therefore was kept in prison, but prayer was made without ceasing of the church unto the Most High for him. So he was in prison, and I believe they probably wanted to kill him too, and kill James John, the brother of John, with the sword. Right? So he was in prison, and the church, the brethren and the sisters, they prayed for Peter while he was in prison. Right now, we can be thrown into these concentration camps, but this would be a great scripture for comforting you in that time. Okay, well, I'm in concentration camp. I'm in prison, right? I don't know how long I have until they chop my head off, right? Now, the Lord can have you get your head chopped off, right? Which is an honor, is a glorious and honorable death, right? Or, on the flip side, with this scripture in mind, he can send an angel to break you out of prison, let you out. He might be disguised as one of the guards, So this can happen. This is very good comfort. This would be, Lord will, I pray the Most High have me remember these scriptures in the time of distress, man. It says, behold, verse 7, it says, and behold, the angel of the Lord came upon him, and a light shined in the prison. And he smote Peter on the side and raised him up and say, arise up quickly. He smote him on the side, hit him on the side. Get up, man. Get up. Arise up quickly. and his chains fell off of his hands. So his chains fell off. And the angel said unto him, gird thyself and bind on thy sandals. So put your clothes on, put your stuff on, man. And so he did. And he saith unto him, cast thy garment about thee and follow me. Right? Put your garment on and follow me. Let's go. And he went out and followed him, and wist not that it was true which was done by the angel, but thought he saw a vision. Right? So he must, he thought he saw a vision. Probably couldn't believe what was just happening. Oh snap! What's going on? Right? He thinking he's dreaming. It was the same situation with me. I couldn't understand. I thought was that a dream or, well, like I said, I was still laying in the same room. It's not like you're in a dream. You go to a completely different location. It's like I was still in the room. I'm still laying in the couch. I'm in the room, but I could, hear somebody walking in the living room. Now the trippy part about it is, because this happened to me a couple days ago also, and it's usually early in the morning that it happens, but I fell asleep and I'm like, once again I hear somebody walk down the stairs, walk down the long side of the couch, walk around the couch, walk toward me. And I asked my wife every time. I was like, she was like, I asked her, like, did you walk in the living room? She's like, no. I walked downstairs and I went in the kitchen. Or this morning she was like, no, I just walked down the stairs. This is my first time coming down the stairs. I'm like, oh man, what was that? So that's the trippy part about it. It says, when they were past the first and second ward, is verse 10, they came unto the iron gate that leadeth unto the city, which opened to them of his own accord. So it just opened up, and they went out and passed on through one street, and forthwith the angel departed from them. So the angel was, commissioned to break him out of jail, and then after that, he departed. He did his job. It says, and when Peter was come to himself, he said, now I know of a surety. He's like, now I know of a surety. Now I'm for certain that this was an angel of the Lord. The Lord did this. He sent an angel to bust me out of prison. Now I know for sure. Right? Because, he could be running the whole time. He could be thinking this is a dream. Right? He could be thinking that this is, he's in a daze. When you first wake up, somebody just wake you out of your sleep. You still drowsy. Because, it happened to me plenty of times. You don't know what's going on. It's like, follow me. You following him. You get out. He's just like, oh, snap. I thought this was a dream. This is real. The Lord delivered me. The angels of the Lord encampeth round about him that fear him and delivereth them. He was delivered out of prison. It says, now I know of a surety that the Lord has sent his angel and hath delivered me out of the hand of Herod and from all expectation of the people of the Jews. Right. So, this kind of thing could happen, man. And in such a strange and wonderful manner, you might not even believe it's real at first. Take you a while to realize that this actually happened. And I'm going to get this, Isaiah 59 and 19. It says, so shall they feel the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him. The spiritual power that's going to be coming. The angels that are going to be shewing themselves more frequently, right? You know, and you know, this time is coming, man. You know, brothers are having visions of it, you know, in the time that it could be, you know, around the time where there may be famine. Brothers are having visions of it, you know, where they're seeing it or experiencing it themselves. You know, the Lord is revealing these different mysteries unto his prophets, man. Hey, in preparation for the time of Jacob's trouble, which is coming, man. It's undeniable. It's in the scriptures. It says Jacob's trouble, right? Right? You know, the spiritual power and that divine intervention, you know, and then even to draw more and more believers, you know, of the elect unto the truth. You know, hey, don't be surprised if the Lord have Acts the second chapter happen all over again, man. Where you already have brothers that speak other languages, but you know, brothers that probably don't have that particular gift, all of a sudden, they receive a full portion of that gift. Right? They receive the 100% ability to speak all languages, right? Or multiple languages that they have not ever practiced. Or maybe they practice it, but it was at a super low level. They just wake up one morning and they can speak Chinese. They wake up one morning and they can speak Spanish or Japanese or whatever language of the nations that these nations speak, man. It's out of nowhere. And able to, you know, understand and communicate with a perfect native accent and go into the scriptures and prophesy. Don't be surprised if you see that in this time, you know, because that's the great power of the Lord, you know. Hey, and one of the ways the Lord is going to reveal who he's dealing with when he increases that power. So, you know, hey, we got to tap into our gifts, you know, and I'm speaking to myself first and foremost, and, you know, the other brothers, you know, tap into our gifts that we were given in this truth, man. And if you don't know, you know, your office, your administration in the body, if you don't know what that is, pray to the Lord to reveal it to you, you know. But some brothers have the benefit of already knowing when they come in, like, you know, I already knew I had to be doing videos in Spanish, you know, or in different languages, you know. But yeah, pray for the Lord to reveal that to you, and to increase you in it, man, so you can operate more effectively and be more useful unto Yahweh Shem Yahushai. So, Lord, will you were edified with this video? I'm gonna say, call Allah Yahweh Shem Yahushai, Bashim Kakwadash, for that experience and give me the spirit to do this video. With that, I'm gonna say shalom.